The price of greener pastures. When Tendai left Zimbabwe, he believed he was doing the bravest thing a man could do, sacrificing himself so his family could live better. He hugged his mother tightly at the airport, promised his younger brothers he would not forget them, and boarded the plane with a heart full of hope and duty. Europe welcomed him with order and efficiency. Buses arrived on time. Electricity never cut out. Supermarket shelves overflowed with food. For the first time in his life, Tendai felt what it was like to live in a place where things simply worked. He was overwhelmed with excitement. Surely, he had made the right decision. He posted photos on social media, clean streets, tall buildings, smiling selfies in winter jackets. Friends back home reacted with envy and admiration. In the comments they said, "You've made it, Mukulu." Tendai believed it too. He spoke to his family almost every day. He told them how wonderful the country was, how opportunities were everywhere. When his first salary came in from his warehouse job, he sent money home immediately. Even though he survived on the cheapest groceries, second-hand clothes, and a small shared room, he felt proud. He was fulfilling his purpose. His Nigerian friend, Tund, tried to caution him one evening after a long shift. "My guy," Tund said carefully, "if you're not careful, you'll spend your whole life sponsoring people back home and end up with nothing to show for it." Tendai took offense. "You've been spoiled by the West," he replied sharply. "You've forgotten where you come from. You're selfish." Tund shook his head but said nothing more. As months turned into years, the magic faded. Tendai's life became a loop of exhaustion. 12-hour warehouse shift broke his body down piece by piece. His days off were not for enjoyment or exploration, but for sleep and recovery, preparing himself to endure the next week. The country he had been so eager to explore remained mostly unseen. Back home, the request never stopped. Even after his two younger brothers finished school, there was always a reason. "Things are bad here, brother," they told him. "There are no jobs. Help me start a business. School fees are due." His mother often sighed over the phone. "My son, everything is so expensive these days." And because he loved them, Tendai sent more. Each time, he increased the amount. He could not say no. 7 years later, Tendai finally went home for a visit. What he found shocked him. Where bushes once stood, entire neighborhoods had risen. Construction was everywhere. Expensive cars passed them on the road. Zimbabwe, the country he had been told was on its knees, looked strangely alive. When the car stopped in a leafy suburb a few kilometers out of town, Tendai assumed they were visiting someone. "This is my house," his younger brother Tanaka said casually, laughing at the disbelief on Tendai's face. "What?" Tendai whispered. "I'm serious," Tanaka said, proudly giving him a tour of the 4-bedroom house. "Wait until you see to Tenda's. Mine is modest compared to his." That night, after visiting his other brother's even grander home, Tendai cried himself to sleep. All those years abroad, his family had fed him stories of desperation, yet people were out here building mansions and living well. Of the 3 brothers, he was the only one without a house. The only one without a wife. The most painful truth cut deepest, his own mother had helped build Tanaka's house using the money Tendai had been sending. Tanaka's daughter attended a private boarding school that Tendai had unknowingly been paying for. He felt foolish. Used. And then he remembered Tund's words. "Tendai, my guy, be careful of black tax. I'm telling you, your family will suck you dry if you let them. People are surviving in Africa and living even better than us abroad." How painfully true they were. His brothers and their wives had social lives. Weekends were filled with barbecues, trips out of town, laughter. Their children attended private schools. Meanwhile, Tendai had spent years denying himself even the smallest pleasures. He had lost Sonia too, the woman he loved. She had grown tired of waiting for marriage, tired of competing with relatives who were strong, educated, and capable. Every time money was needed back home, Tendai dipped into the savings meant for Lobola until nothing remained. Eventually, Sonia walked away. Now, his brothers even mocked him. "You're getting old, big brother. You should marry." As Tendai lay awake, choking back tears of regret, something inside him hardened, not with bitterness, but with clarity. He made a vow. He would no longer allow himself to be used. He would still support his mother with what was necessary for groceries, but that was where it would end. Helping did not mean destroying himself. Yes, Zimbabwe was struggling. But people were hustling. People were building. Many were living better than those abroad. Tendai's former colleagues from the bank, whose jobs he had abandoned, were now far ahead in life. He finally understood the trap that had caught so many Africans. We are lured by shiny big-name countries, UK, America, Canada, Australia, into believing the grass is greener there. Bad governance makes us despise our homes, and we imagine elsewhere is heaven. But those countries have problems too, problems their own people are trying to escape. If you are doing well in your home country, stay. Don't quit your well-paying job because friends went abroad. Don't sell your future to compete with others. Their path is not yours. Life is not a race. The grass is greener where you water it. And having boundaries is not selfish, it is self-preservation.